far too hard for far too long. Something's gotta give. Yeah, my mind, it just worries things I can't control. This ain't no way to live. If I could just slow it down, I'd take my time. I know somehow I'd surely find that a wonderful life living inside my mind.
Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Love is in the air, every sight and every sound. And I know that I'm not being foolish. I know that I'm being wise. And it's something that I must believe in. And it's there when I look in your eyes. Love is in the air, in the whisper of the trees. Love is in the air, in the thunder of the sea. And I know that I'm not just dreaming. I know that I'm feeling safe. And it's something that I must believe in. And it's there when you call out my name. Ready? Love's in the air. Love's in the air. Love is in the air, in the rising of the sun. Love is in the air, when the day is nearly done. And I know that it's not an illusion. I know what I see is true. And it's something that I must believe in. And it's there when I reach out to you. Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Love is in the air, every sight and every sound. And I know that I'm not being foolish. I know that I'm being wise. And it's something that I must believe in. And it's there when I look in your eyes. Love's in the air. Love's in the air. Love's in the air. Love's in the air. Love's in the
Tennis Burnett, the Queen Street Band. Good morning. How are you this morning? Yes, you are great. You are magnificent. You are a wonderful, loving bunch of great people that are all in my life and will never not be in my life. And I just want you all to know that. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Toronto. My name is Jonathan Zenz. It's funny, I was going to say I am the spiritual director here. I have been the spiritual director here. I am moving on. You do know this, right? Okay. Wim and Terry have come back from being down south for the winter, and lots of changes unfolding here. Here's what I would like you to know. We come together as a spiritual community here every Sunday for one purpose, really, and it is to help you feel more inspired, more loved, more fulfilled. that we teach a philosophy here that can allow you to really take charge of your life. And we are here for you. And I'm so grateful that we are able to do this and to offer this to you. We're here to help you know how brilliant you are. And so why don't we start off the day with this? Why don't we go ahead and stand up? Yes, stand up. Oh, we have to participate now. And in celebration of life, let's go ahead and say hello and welcome to all of our neighbors. Good morning. So great to see you.
Sundays we'll be outside pressing our faces against the windows. It is. This very room.
Yeah, stand here. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. In this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough light and quite enough power to open every heart. One Spirit is in this very room, in this very room, in this very room. And so as we gather ourselves back together, I'm going to introduce Linda Visosky, who has some items to tell you about today. Linda.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How are you all today? So your announcements are on your package there, but I have something really exciting to share with you. Next week, next Sunday, we start for 2 consecutive weeks the online Spring Fling auction. And I am so excited. We have 22 amazing items on that. 23. Oh my God, it keeps growing. So let me tell you, everything from Blue Jay tickets, who's in, to personal services like Reiki and tapping. Where's our tappy queen here? 1-month package of body attunement with Margaret Ann. And we have, where's Sonia today? There she is. She's giving us 3 one-hour sessions of coaching. Can you believe it? And traveling the world and is giving us time. Thank you very much, Sonia. So then we go on. We've got a golf package at Golf Links up in Stouffville for 4. And then we have, get ready, if you have an Apple device, we have an Apple Watch that's coming into the auction. Wow, can I hear that? Isn't that exciting? Yeah. So we start next week. Jonathan will be putting everything online. So I ask you to please go online. We're raising money for our music department. We need new microphones and equipment. So we really need your support. So I'd like you just to send it out to all your friends so we can raise the money for CSL Toronto. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. We'll put that back up there. Today, our practitioner of the day is not a student much longer. She has been a student for the last 2 years. They are taking their written exams this week. So excited for that. I'm sure they're all very excited for that. Yes, you're excited? Yes, okay. I've heard some nerves that have been coming up. That's been expressed to me as well. And you know what? Nervousness and excitement are actually the same physiology. So there you go. But our practitioner today is brilliant, and I know that she has something wonderful to offer. Please welcome Jackie Van Mels.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. And good morning to everybody online. I'm not sure if everybody is aware of this or not, but at the end of June, I'm going to be a grandmother. And I'm really fired up and excited for this new little being that's going to be coming into my life. But what's been happening for me over the last little bit, I find myself being like very nostalgic, reminiscent of my life with my daughter and all of the beautiful memories that we've created together. And as Jonathan mentioned, next Wednesday, we're going to be doing our exams, so I feel like I've been studying super crazy for that. And I started thinking, what are some of the spiritual truths that my daughter has taught me over the years? And there's one that stands out above all, and I thought it would be really nice to share that with you today. And I think she was about 6 or 7. I can't remember because it's amazing how time has gone so fast. But when she was younger, I made a conscious decision that I wanted to be able to support her. And so I left my career in television broadcasting and decided to move into high-tech sales. And very early on, there was this quarter where I didn't hit my quota. And so I felt like I needed to call a family meeting, her and I, and give her the state of being of what's going on. So I sat her down, and these dark little chocolate eyes are staring at me, and I said, Ashlyn, I have to tell you that Mommy did not hit her quota this quarter. What that means is that I'm not going to get a commission check. I have no money. I have no money. So I can't take you to the movies like I normally do. I can't buy you that little extra treat. And she just kind of looked at me. I adjourned the meeting, and off she went. A little bit later, she came back, and she was just so excited. She's like, Mommy, I've got a surprise for you. And it was this, she had made me this purse out of paper. And she's like, open it, Mommy, open it. So I opened it up, and there were all of these little circles, probably about 50 to 100 little circles in this purse. And they were all colored different pastel colors. And she said, Mommy, I made you some money. So now you can go buy whatever you need. That gesture made me feel like $1 million. Because she believed in me when I didn't necessarily believe in myself. She got it. That we had everything that we possibly needed right in front of us. And she was, in her gentle, loving little way, she was saying, Mommy, this is just circumstances, and you're allowing yourself to get all wrapped up in this. We are abundant, and we have everything. And so I went back to work, and I'll tell you, in my entire sales career, that was the only quarter that I didn't hit my number. And I thank my daughter for that, because every time I felt the fear, or I was getting nervous, or felt lack, I would ground myself in that feeling that she gave me. And so now I'm going to fast forward a couple of years, 2, maybe 3 years. And I had placed third for compact sales, for computer sales. That's how long ago this was. And I said, Ashlyn, I would like you to be my date. The company is honoring the top 10 sales reps. And we're going to go to the Hockey Hall of Fame, and I want you to come with me. Will you be my date? Well, she puts her hands on her waist, and she's like, third place, Mommy? I think if you just worked a little bit harder, and if you just sold a few more computers, you could be number one. And the next year I was number one. But I thank my daughter because she helped me to see things that I necessarily didn't see. She helped me to believe in possibilities. She helped me to believe in myself. And what I've learned is that true prosperity begins from feeling good, from just feeling good about who I am. And my daughter certainly has been my guiding force. And I've also come to realize that it is our own natural birthright to go from success to success to success to success to success to success. That is our birthright. And that's my mystic journey. You know, when we talk about the mystic journey, it's an inward out kind of a thing. It really is getting into the feeling tone of whatever it is that we desire. And feeling it so deeply that we don't even need to see it. Because when we think about it, the only reason we ever really want anything in the first place is in the feeling good of having it. So why not feel good first, and let's have fun and see what kind of shows up. So I have an affirmation for you. And I'm just going to invite everybody, if it feels comfortable, maybe close your eyes, maybe put your hand over your heart. Let's fully embody this, because this is the truth. I'm going to say it once, and then I'm just going to ask that we repeat it twice. Everything I touch is success. Now together. Everything I touch is success. One more time. Everything I touch is success. And I just welcome everybody, invite everybody to breathe into this moment. To breathe in the success of love, the success of life, the success of brilliance that is everywhere present, right here, right now. Understanding that we are wealth. For wealth is well-being, and well-being is God, and God is good, and that is what and who we are in each and every moment. We come together like children, celebrating the expectancy of good, waking up to the deliciousness of life that is everywhere present, feeling the godness of who we are, the radiance, the gentleness, the calm assurance that life is good because we are good, that life is love because we are love. that life is wealth because we are well-being. And we live and we breathe and we move and we have our beingness in the truth of who we are. And this is what I declare for all of us, because I know the truth. I live the truth. I feel the truth. And I love the truth. And with a heart filled with gratitude and a mind filled with joy, and a deep knowing that my word is love, my word is law, I lovingly release these words, knowing that this is so, and together we can say, and so it is. Satnam.
Today, for the featured song, it's going to be a song that I wrote a little while ago. I've performed it here before. It's called The Best It Can Be. And I just want to say, everybody here in the room and online, I just hope that your life is the best it can be every day. Days become weeks and weeks become months. I blinked, months became years. Oh, the time slips away each and every day. Could have swore I was just here. When the moment's gone, it's time to move on, and truth will be my guide. Expecting nothing but the best, north, south, east, or west. It's gonna be a hell of a ride. There's a great big world just waiting for you, a great big world to see. Take it for a spin, enjoy the life you're in, and make it the best it can be. Oh, make it the best it can be. I've been around enough to know that happiness is a friend. Take it anywhere, up, down, here, or there. Take it to the very end. There's a great big world just waiting for you, great big world to see. Take it for a spin, enjoy the life you're in, and make it the best it can be. Oh, make it the best it can be. The corners of the earth, the edges of your mind, with openness and love, be gentle, please be kind. There's a great big world waiting for you, a great big world to see. Take it for a spin, enjoy the life you're in, and make it the best it can be. Oh, make it the best it can be. 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 There's a great big world just waiting for you, a great big world to see. Take it for a spin, enjoy the life you're in, and make it the best it can be. Oh, make it the best it can be. 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 Oh, the best it can be.
Here go Tro, the Queen Street Band.
Thank you.
Whoo! Make it the best it can be. I'm going to give that back to you. We live in interesting times. This is an interesting time. You know, when change happens, it can be uncomfortable. I mean, there's discomfort in change. But here's the great news. When we move through that discomfort, what's on the other side of that discomfort is absolutely extraordinary. And you know what I'm really excited about? I'm really excited about this idea that no matter what, we will always be a family. You know, families, people move away, like, you know, you go off and you do your thing, but we will always be a family. And that's really important to me. It's really important to me that we really live that idea. Because as much as it seems like, oh, he's going away, he's maybe never coming back. You know what? I am coming back. In fact, you're probably going to see more of me than you want to see. But there is a great big world that we should all be really taking advantage of. And you know, one of the things that has come up for me through this time of transformation and transition is that if I teach nothing, it is my desire to teach that we should all truly listen to that mystical voice within and be led on the journey of our most extraordinary lives. We all should be doing this. Every single one of us. But it's scary and it's hard. And we make these decisions, you know, we make them at the level of awareness and below the level of awareness. We make these decisions around the way life has to be. But who decided life had to be any particular way? Where did we learn that? It is something that we have absolutely learned, that life is meant to unfold in a particular way, in a particular path, and that that's the way it is. It's not true. Life gets to be whatever you decide for it to be. Your experience of life gets to be whatever you decide for it to be. Take advantage of it, because this is it, folks. This is it. This is the moment, right here and now. I feel like I should break out into song. This is the moment. You're going to miss that. You are going to miss my musical theater references. Oh, and I'm going to miss a lot. I am. The theme for the month is the mystical journey within. That's the theme for May. And I want to start off with, I've already been talking for 5 minutes. But I want to start off with a quote from Ernest Holmes. And it is an answer to this question: what is a mystic? What is a mystic? You should know. This will most likely be on your exam. Ernest Holmes writes this: a mystic has a deep inner sense of life and of his unity with the whole. One who intuitively perceives truth and without mental process arrives at spiritual realization. I'm going to read it again. A mystic has a deep inner sense of life and of his unity with the whole. One who intuitively perceives truth and without mental process arrives at spiritual realization. The evolution of everything that we experience in this plane of action, the forward momentum of all things in our world and in our experience has unfolded because of people who have tapped into vision and acted upon it. I really want you to hear that. The great forward momentum of all things in our experience has been because of people who have tapped into vision and acted upon it. Many things we take for granted in our life would not be if it weren't for someone who had vision and acted upon it. Who are the great mystics of the world? Not rhetorical. I would like you to tell me, who are the great mystics of the world? Jesus, Buddha, Emma Curtis Hopkins, Meister Eckhart, yes. Who else? Yogananda, yeah. Emmett Fox. Who, Ramakrishna. Who else? Who are the great mystics? There are a lot, by the way. Bill Gates. Pema Chodron. The Beatles. You know what? I gain a tremendous amount of spiritual insight from Paul McCartney and John Lennon's work. Who else are mystics? Deepak Chopra. Stephen Sondheim. Michael Dell. That's the answer I'm looking for. Every single one of us. We are all mystics. You are a mystic. Do you believe that? Do you believe it so wholeheartedly that that's how your life is unfolding? Or do you still find yourself in places where you go, because you know what? I guarantee you, Jesus didn't necessarily go, no. Really check in. Because we all have absolutely we all court the divine presence. Every single one of us courts the divine presence. But what we are taught through life is to second guess ourselves, to second guess our decisions, to say, well, I don't know if that's the intuitive thing in me. Is this really going to be? And then you get yourself on a different track, and it may not be for your highest good. Here's the thing. If we all truly tapped into intuition, that deeper vision, and really went with it, everything would work out perfectly. How many people are taught by their parents that they should be something that they are not, or taught by society that they should be something that they are not? You know what? If we all gave in to being that which we are called to be, everything in the world would take care of itself. And the example I like to use is there are people who are naturally inclined to be accountants, and that is their gift to the world. Thank God for them. How many of us, and certain people who are called to be accountants in this room, present company excluded, but how many of us are really called to be accountants? No. But you know what? If we all truly gave in to that urge within us, that creative urge within us to do what it is we are meant to do, everything would be handled. So those people who are taught by their parents the best path for them is to become a doctor when really all they want to do is be a concert pianist, they're not serving the world to the highest degree. None of us are serving the world to the highest degree unless we are actually giving into that which is within us, which is ours to do. That's really giving into that mystical journey within. Within each of us is the capacity to reveal the nature of the universe. That's being a mystic, revealing the nature of the universe. We just get in our own way. So, as Reverend Dr. Ellen Contente mentioned last week, and I'm going to reiterate today the words of Bob Newhart in that beautiful Mad TV sketch, stop it! Stop it. Stop being something that you think you need to be and start being the you that you're meant to be. It's hard to do that because we build up families around us, and then we, at a point, have a new idea that wells up within us that says, hey, this is the next part of your personal evolution, and it may take you away to another country. It may take you away from what you know, But here's the thing, we're always connected. Why? Because we are all one. Because that's all there is one thing, one spirit, one love, and we're all connected by it. The most beautiful and most profound religious emotion that we can experience is the sensation of the mystical. And this mysticality is the power of all true science. If there is such a concept as God, it is a subtle spirit, not an image of a man that so many have fixed in their minds. You know who wrote that? Albert Einstein. The most beautiful and most profound religious emotion that we can experience is the sensation of the mystical. And this mysticality is the power of all true science. If there is such a concept as God, it is a subtle spirit, not an image of a man that so many have fixed in their minds. Spirit is who we are. That is who we are. Spirit is the unlimited, boundless, infinite source of all that is. Everything that exists is spirit, and it is constantly unfolding and revealing itself in subtle ways. And I really want to tap into that idea of the subtlety of spirit's unfoldment, because here's what happens. We stop paying attention to the subtle ways spirit is showing up. I did that for a while. I've done that in my life. I've worked through those times. I've developed spiritual tools to work through that experience when I need to. And that's what we stand for here, is to really encourage the incorporation of spiritual tools so that we can truly live the subtlety of spirit. And we don't have to work so freaking hard at it. We don't have to work so freaking hard at it. My work in this teaching has brought me to a few realizations. Many people are attracted to this teaching because they're looking for a quick fix. They perceive some issue in their life, and they see how freaking happy we all are. And they're like, oh, if I go there, I'll get to be just as happy as they are. I'll get to live that extraordinary life. But they're looking for it to happen like that. And I want to be very clear. It can happen like that, but boy, you better have your mind in line when you show up and be ready to allow it. A lot of people are not ready to allow it. So that quick fix tends to fall apart a little bit. Many people doubt this philosophy that they claim to live by. That does happen too. Happens at all levels of education within this philosophy. And I'm not saying that I am immune to it. I'm not saying that I'm above it, because there are times when I doubt the philosophy and I go, okay, really? Because here's the thing, if our go-to response, if our go-to habitual response to the circumstances of life that show up is not spiritual truth, we have more work to do. We do. It is a constant unfoldment. And you know what? It takes daily practice. It does. Here's the other thing that I've discovered in my time. Many people want somebody else to do the work. Did I hear, is that us? You have to take your own exam. There was a time when I wanted someone else to do work for me. Just let me live the benefit of it. You know what? We do need to do the work. And then there are those people, none of them in this room, none of them watching online, no one that has been touched by my ministry, of course, who stray from that daily practice and then wonder why their lives are falling apart. This is, it sounds like a judgment. It's not. It's just an opportunity to say it's neither good nor bad, but check in where you are. Let us all check in with where we are. Do we fit one of these categories? Were we looking for the quick fix? And have we found it? Do we live in any sense of doubt around the philosophy? And what do we then do about that? Because it's always what is the next step? What is the next thing? Do we want someone else to do the work? Oh, if I just see this one practitioner enough, everything will change. And it will, to the degree that you accept the work of that practitioner. But you're the one who's ultimately doing the work. And do you have a solid daily practice? Because I have found that when I am involved in my daily practice, life just gets better. It is only when I fall off of my daily practice that life falls apart. And my daily practice changes. It's not that I am regimented to, I am a journaler, and that's how I experience spirit. I journal and journal and journal and journal. You know, I was a journaler for a very long time, and now I'm not as much of a journaler. I do pray every day. But what is it that is motivating you in the direction of spiritual understanding? To truly live the mystic nature that you are inherently. Daily practice is meant to do one thing and one thing only. Remind us who we are. That's it. Because when we know who we are, we then step into being the authority of our lives. We speak with authority, we live with authority. That's the quick fix. Know who you are. This is the work of the mystic. To speak with authority based on the recognition of unity. That we speak with authority because we know that we are one with everything. Everything that exists is a part of us. We are a part of all of it. We understand at the end of the day that I am you. I am you. Literally, I am you. You are me. We are one. I am you. I knew it. Because I was hearing the Beatles in my mind as well. But I am you. You notice in the talk title I put just the capital letter U, which is to also say that I am unity. I am unity. And if you break down the letters, I, A, M, U, it's all made up. Get it? It's all made up. Everything that exists is because we've decided for it to look a certain way and to unfold in a certain way. It's all made up. So if it's all made up, what have we got to lose by diving deep? We have got nothing to lose by diving deep. Here's what we will lose when we dive deep into spirit. We will lose a sense of lack. We will lose a sense of loneliness. We will lose a sense of limitation. We will lose our sense of unease, which leads to dis-ease. We lose all of that when we truly step into who we are. I am you. It's all made up. I am unity. In connecting to that mystical within, we can gain an understanding of our inherent value in this world, in this experience of life, and in the grand scheme of the infinite. We can gain an understanding of our connection with others and truly live loving, peaceful lives. We can gain an understanding of our unlimited possibility. We are unlimited in our possibility because we're part of the infinite probability. So everything that can be already exists. It's just up to us to take it. We can gain the deepest understanding of wholeness and integrity. Living in wholeness is the perfection of life that is yours to experience always. This is a personal journey for each and every one of us. I encourage you all to really listen to that voice within. Take that inner mystical journey. Step into the you that you truly are, the unity that you truly are. Because I am you, and so are you. Namaste. I invite us all to take a moment to allow ourselves to come into alignment with whatever it is that has touched us. And one of the things that I heard a minister say once is, you may not believe everything you've heard, but there's something that you've heard that you believe. So allow yourself to come into alignment with whatever it is that has touched you today. And let's concretize this. Let's allow this to settle into our place of beingness with prayer treatment and the fullness and deepest recognition, the deepest understanding that there is only one power. There is only one presence. There is only one infinite creative resource. It is love, and it is exactly who and what each and every one of us is. The unfoldment of love, the unfoldment of this creative power, this creative energy. I trust in this, and I know that through this, we all come to a deeper realization of the unity, the wholeness, the integrity that we all are. We live this more and more every single moment of our lives. And so knowing this, trusting in this, and allowing the pure, perfect unfoldment for each of us in our lives, I simply say, yes. With a grateful heart, I know it is so. I let it be so, as together we say, and so it is. Thank you. I'm going to invite us to take out our offering, our investment in the center, our tithe, or whatever we choose to call it. Allow yourself to simply recognize it for what it is. It is part of the energy of the divine that is circulating itself through this time and this place to do great work. And it does do great work when we allow it. Allowing the freedom of this circulation to unfold. I am so grateful for the goodness. Also, if you have a prayer request, as the baskets are passed around, there's a card that you can write your prayer request on, and we will take care of it. If you'd like a response that says your prayer request was complete, go ahead and write your email address on the card somewhere, and the practitioner who takes care of the prayer request will send you a quick note to say your prayer is complete. So as the baskets go around, what are we singing? Circulate.
Circulate.
Yes. So I invite you to stand up, dance, allow yourself to feel the groove that Tana sings.
I circulate my love right now. I circulate my love.
I circulate my love right now. I circulate my love.
I circulate my love right now. I circulate my love.
I circulate my love right now. I circulate my love.
And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. Ow, ow, ow! I circulate my joy right now. I circulate my joy.
I circulate my joy right now. I circulate my joy.
I circulate my joy right now. I circulate my joy.
I circulate my joy right now. I circulate my joy.
And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. Yeah, circulation. It's across the nation. It's a love vibration around the world and beyond. I circulate my gift right now. I circulate my gift.
I circulate my gift right now. I circulate my gift.
I circulate my gift right now. I circulate my gift.
I circulate my gift right now. I circulate my gift.
And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. Oh, circulation. It's across the nation. It's a love vibration around the world and beyond. I circulate my love right now. I circulate my love.
I circulate my love right now. I circulate my love.
I circulate my love.
I circulate my love.
And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. And it returns to me,
would be so kind. Knowing that what is in these baskets is good and very good, and it unfolds perfectly as the abundance of this center, as it moves through this time in this place. Knowing that the Board of Trustees and Reverend Helen and everyone involved in the decision-making of this center uses this bounty for good, for that is what it is meant to do. Constantly unfold as goodness, as greatness, as wholeness, and as unity. I am so grateful for this, and I am so grateful to know as well that all the requests that have come through, that there is healing that is already accomplished in the very expression of these requests. Healing is complete here, and right now. And so we allow this in the moment, allowing the goodness, allowing the unfoldment of Spirit in all things. Knowing this is so, and with a grateful heart, I let it be so, as together we say, and so it is. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And I want to say thank you to Marge and Lynette as our board members today, our greeter Lucy. I want to say thank you to Marg, who's in the bookstore today, Lori for setting up, Brendan on sound, Jim on our webcast, Katie and Mahala with our Dynamic Kids. The Dynamic Kids program is back. Yes. I want to say thank you to Lena, who will be serving as our community practitioner. If there is something that has come up for you that you would like treatment prayer over, Lena will be in the prayer room following the celebration this morning, which is right around the corner by that exit sign, and she'd be happy to do a 5 to 7 minute treatment session with you. I want to say thank you to Carrie for leading that beautiful meditation this morning. Blessings to you. And I want to say a special thank you to Jackie Van Mels for your brilliance, your insight, your wisdom, and your guidance for me. I am grateful. So I want to thank every single one of you for joining us today. And I want to say a very special thank you to you. You know, change, like I said, change is hard. And as Tanis and Pierre step into their next expression of perfection and relaxation, it is perfection. I want to say thank you for enhancing my life, because you truly have enhanced my life. Thank you. Is there anyone who's joining us for the first time today? You're all, I was going to say old timers, but that's a terrible way of phrasing it. Grateful for your presence here today, and say thank you to everyone who's joined us online today too. I invite us all to take a breath as we tap in and allow.
I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine,
We're going to end the day with one of the very first songs that we ever did together as a full band. Yes, here we go. Oh, there's cake, too.
There's cake?
There's cake today. Join us for cake and fellowship. And yes, here we go.